All right, so buckle up, everybody. We are going deep today. A real deep dive into what's trending online.
Yeah, like what's really grabbing people's attention out there?
Exactly. It's like peeking behind the scenes, kinda,
And
seeing what's making the internet tick. And we've got a wild mix to unpack.
we do. We've got some global figures, political happenings, even a little bit of a Kenyan humor thrown in there.
It's going to be good.
It is. It is.
So, first up, Barack Obama.
Hmm.
He's back in the spotlight. And it feels like it's more than just people missing the good old days.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. It's more than just nostalgia. People are digging back into his speeches, his policies, almost like they're searching for something.
Right. Like maybe? I
Hmm.
don't know. Maybe it has something to do with all the craziness going on in the world right now. I mean, think about the whole situation with mention a specific event or situation from the listener sources. It's intense.
It is. And when you look at it like that, you can see why Obama's approach might be appealing right now. He was all about diplomacy, working together to solve problems.
Totally different vibe than what we're seeing now.
Right. And that contrast can be comforting or maybe even inspiring for people who are feeling disillusioned with the current state of things.
Makes you think, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, speaking of strong voices, Kamala Harris is trending because of this quote. You know the one, the fight takes a while, but don't ever give up.
Oh, yeah. That's a powerful one. And you can see why it's resonating with so many people, especially now. It's like a little reminder to keep pushing forward no matter what obstacles you're facing.
Yeah, and that resilience, it's a global thing. It applies to everyone, no matter where you are or what you're going through.
Absolutely. It's that universal human experience of struggle and perseverance.
Okay, and now for something completely different. Trevor Noah seems like he's pretty popular in Kenya right now.
Mhm.
Any ideas why that might be?
Well, it could be tied to his recent bit on specific event or topic from the listener sources. He's got this knack for tackling even really complex political stuff and doing it with humor.
And it works. I mean, people actually listen.
They do, because he makes it relatable, even if you're not like a political expert or whatever.
So it's not just about the laughs, it's about making those complex issues more accessible to everyone.
Exactly. Okay, ready for a shift in gears? Let's talk Equatorial Guinea.
Oh yeah, this one is wild. Two seemingly unconnected things are making headlines. On one hand, you've got Baltazar Ngonga, the big financial crime guy, caught up in a personal scandal.
Right, some serious allegations there.
And then at the same time, Equatorial Guinea is involved in all these diplomatic discussions, high-level stuff.
It's fascinating, right? Because it shows you the different layers of what's going on in a country. You've got the internal struggles, maybe even corruption, and then how that spills over into their international relations. It all gets tangled up.
Totally. And speaking of tangled, we can't forget about President Ruto's trip to Ethiopia.
Right. This actually ties in nicely with what we were just talking about with Equatorial Guinea, because
Ah.
it highlights the importance of diplomacy, especially in Africa.
Yeah, these regional relationships, they have a huge impact on the political landscape. And it's all playing out online, too, which adds another dimension.
For sure. The way these visits and discussions are portrayed online, it can really shape public perception, not just within those countries, but globally.
Okay, now before we wrap things up, we've got to talk about this beef that's happening on Kenyan Twitter. Khalif Cairo versus Umbachi.
Oh, yeah. This one's fun.
Right. It seems lighthearted enough, but I'm curious to get your take on it. What's the deeper meaning here?
Well, even though it's all in good fun, it does give you a little glimpse into Kenyan culture. Like they're basically poking fun at different lifestyles. One is more of that modern city vibe, and the other is more traditional rural.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's like city slicker versus country life.
Exactly. And it's a playful way to explore those different values and priorities that exist within Kenyan society.
It's amazing how much you can learn about a culture from just observing their online humor. So we've covered a lot today. We've gone from political scandals
To inspiring messages,
to Kenyan Twitter beefs.
it's a lot. But I think it just goes to show you how diverse and complex the online world is and how it really reflects everything that's going on in the real world.
And it makes you think, right? Like, what does it all mean?
Yeah. Are we just passively absorbing all this information? Or are we actually engaging with it, questioning it, forming our own opinions? It's something to consider.
That's the question we leave you with today, folks. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and who knows what other fascinating rabbit holes you might stumble upon.
Happy digging.